everyone. So today we're going to discuss about decision control statements, or simply called as control structures. So control structures, we have many things like if-else, if-elif-else, for, while, break, and continue. So in that, first we'll discuss about decision control statements. So like if-else, if-elif-else, and nested if. Okay. So what are these control conditional statements? So we have if statement, we have if-else statement, we have if-elif ladder, okay, and we have nested if statement. So we'll discuss each one with an example. So what is if statement here? So first we'll check for the condition over here. So first we'll check for the if condition. So if condition is true, execute statement or operation. Okay, so if it is false, we'll go for the next line of code. So here if keyword, if is a keyword in Python, and we're checking the condition. So if condition, and the thing which we need to include here is colon. So when we check C programming as an example, if some condition, will open a parenthesis and we'll write some statements and we'll close the parenthesis. But in Python, after if, we will have a colon. Okay, so if is a keyword and condition is a condition to be checked. Colon makes the start of the if block of the statements. Okay, so what does colon make here? Colon makes the start of the if block of the statements. So if condition is satisfied, we'll check all the conditions, statements. So control structures in Python. So in general, statements are executed sequentially, top to bottom. So from top to bottom, there are many instances when you want to break away from this branch point. Choose to go in one direction or another based on meeting some condition. Repeat. You want to execute a block of code several times. So in this way, we have many control structures. Okay. Here we'll focus on two such examples like conditionals and loops. So first we'll focus upon these conditionals. Okay, the if statement is used to check a condition. If the condition is true, we'll execute the statements. Okay, a else part, that means if the condition is false, we'll process to another block. So these are like blocks. So if that block is true, we'll execute this block. If that is false, we'll execute another block, like that. Okay, so if guess equal to number, if followed by condition we are testing, colon indicates begin of the block. So if guess equal to number, block of the statements will execute it. If the guess is not equal to number which we are trying to guess, will come to the else block. Okay. Okay. So you can use if to run code if any certain condition holds. So if expression colon statement. So for example, if we say number equal to 24, if number greater than 18, printf print greater than 18. So if number less than or equal to 50, print between 18 and 50. Okay, so if you say number equal to 24, number is between 18 and 54. Okay, so if you execute this, so we'll get number is greater. Okay, and number is between 18 and 54. Why? Because both conditions satisfied. Why? Because 24 greater than 18 and 24 less than or equal to 54. So if you clearly observe here, you can see the indentation. So after if I press enter after giving colon, so you can see how these statements are indented. Okay, so Python strictly follows indentation. So after this if, okay, so this is a nested if. So after this if, again you can see when I press enter, you can see the indentation. Let us assume let me give print here. Okay, so you can see, you can find the into mark here. So expected an indented block. Okay, so Python strictly follows indentation. So if you press space, so somewhere the error will be gone. Okay, so here also. Okay, so you can see the indentation, how it's still showing the into mark. Okay, so Python strictly follows the indentation. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so yeah, if statement. So there is another example. If x double equal to 3, print x equals 3. If x double equals else elif. So this is if elif else part. Okay, So if x double equal to 3, print x equals 3. Elif x double equal to 2, what is elif? So in C programming we have else if, right? So if condition, do the statements. Else if we are checking another condition. So else if another condition, print this. So after that condition is over, finally else. So print x something else. So print this is outside the if. So you can see how many if statements we are using here. So we should be careful. The keyword if is also used in the syntax of filtered list comprehensions. Okay. So colon should be given after if statement. So you should be careful with that. Okay. Right. So if statement example. So if score greater than or equal to 90, this is not needed. Okay. See, there is another example here. If the number is positive, we print an appropriate message. So first number equal to 3. If number greater than 0, print number is positive number. Print this is always printed. Number equal to -1. If number greater than 0, print number is a positive number. This is also always printed. Okay. So if the number is positive, we print an appropriate message. Okay. So so that's what we did here. We can give whatever print message you want. So you can see the indentation. So after if we got print here. So this print is for after if statement. Okay. So after this block is completed. Okay. So for this also, if number greater than 0 colon. So this print is for this if statement. So once this block is completed, this is out a print statement out of that block. Okay. So if else statement. So what is if else statement here? Execution flow diagram. So first condition will be checked. True. So true block of statements executed. If condition is false, false block of statement is executed. And coming to the normal statements. Okay. So in Python, a colon is mandatory after declaring if statement and else statement. Okay. So for if statement, for also else statement, so colon is compulsory here. So if condition, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, multiple statements are associated, executed. Else statement 4. So this is the statement for else part, and statement 5. So this statement 5 is all about after the if else block. So a statement outside the if else block. Okay. So we can check an example here. Program checks if the number is positive or negative. So number equal to 3. If a number greater than 0, positive, or greater than or equal to 0, positive or 0, else print a negative number. So let's take an example. Okay. So you can see the indentation after I press enter, you can see the how Python is following the indentation. So print the number is positive or 0. Okay. So if I press enter, else. So after else also we should give this one. So else part again print the number is a negative number. Okay. So if I execute this, so obviously we get the number is positive or 0. So if I say a number equal to -1. Okay. So if I execute this, I'll get the number is a negative number. So this is the else part. So you can see how the indentation is followed. Okay. So for if part or for else part, so this colon is compulsory. Okay. The mandatory. Okay. So if you say number equal to -5, then we'll get obviously negative number. So next is if-Elif-Else statement. Okay. So if else if, that means else if we have any other condition, we follow that condition, and later on we come to the else part. Okay. So you can see test expression 1. If it is true, statement 1 is executed. No, we'll again check for text expression 2. If it is true, statement 2 is executed. Even no, we'll execute test expression 3. If it is yes, statement 3 is executed, and remaining the body of else. Okay. So if condition colon, we have different statements. This is the first condition. This is executed if the first condition is true. Elif condition. This is a new condition. A new condition to test if previous condition is not true. So the above condition, if it is not true, then we'll go for else if condition. So we are going to check this condition. Okay. If this is true, these statements are executed. Else, so both conditions are not true. This is executed if none of the conditions are true. This is false branch. So if none of the conditions are true, then we'll go for this statement. So this is if, elif, else statement. So this is most important. So the elif statements allows you to check multiple expressions for true and checks the block of code as soon as one of the condition evaluates true. Okay. So if guess equal to number, first conditions, block of statements, elif, which we go for second condition if the first condition is not true. Okay. So again, if first and second are not true, then we can go for elif another condition also. So we can have multiple elif conditions. Okay. So if all the conditions are not satisfying, then we go for the final else part. So else if all above statements are false. So in the previous example, I have showed only one elif. So here you can use multiple elif conditions if possible, depending upon your requirement. Okay. So if condition block of statements, if condition 2 block of statements, elif condition 3 block of statement, else some block of statements, else, and finally block of statements like that. Okay. So I can take an example here. Var equal to z. If var equal to a, this is a vowel a. Elif var equal to e, this is vowel e. Okay. So final part is this is a consonant. Why? Because we have taken var equal to z. Okay. So let us take an example here. So let me take var equal to z. Okay. So next we are checking if var equal to a. Okay. Colon. So what are we doing here? Print. This is a vowel. Okay. So next elif var equal to e, print is a vowel. Okay. So again elif var equal to I. Okay. So see invalid syntax. So you can see the okay. So print. So let me copy this. So this is a vowel. So A-E-I-O-U, right? Okay, A-E-I-O-U. See, when indentation is not given, you can see the into mark over here with red color. Okay, so now it will be gone. And final is else part. So else part, print. This is a consonant. Okay. See, we don't have any error as of now. Okay. So here we declared variable with z. Okay. And here we're checking if it is a, this is a vowel. If it is e, this is a vowel. Like that, we're checking for all a, e, I, o, u. And the final else part, this is a consonant. Obviously, we'll get the output as consonant. Why? Because we have declared variable equal to z. So you can see we got an output. This is a consonant. So this is a perfect example for if, elif, else. Okay. So like that, we can also check for consonant. We can also check for by giving var equal to e. Okay. So it go for first a. Okay. Later on, it go for else part var equal to e. Then this one will be executed. This is vowel. This is vowel e will be executed. So this is a perfect example for if, elif, else statement. Okay. So next is nested if statement with example. Okay. So what is nested if statement? If inside an if inside an if, like that. Okay. So here we can say that if inside if, like the outer if, like inner if, or as the parent if or the child if, like that. Okay. So if you see this if condition, okay, so we have written another if condition here. Okay. So this, the first one is a parent if condition. Okay. So this is nested if statement. And here we have an else part. So here else part also we should be we should check carefully. So this else part belongs to whether inner if or outer if. So we should be very cautious in this. Okay. So let's take an example here. One second. So let me take an example here. A equal to int of input enter A. Okay. So B equal to int of input enter B. C equal to int of input enter C. So condition to find largest. So we are saying if A greater than B colon. In that we are again checking if A greater than C. Okay. G equal to A. That is G stands for greater. Let us assume G equal to A. Else G equal to C. And this else part is for this if, okay, inner if, and this else part is for outer if. Okay, else again we are checking condition. If B greater than C, G equal to B, else G equal to C. So this else is for this if. Okay, finally we came out of this block and finally we are printing greater equal to G. I hope you understood what nested if is. Okay, so let us execute this. A equal to int of enter A. B equal to int of input of enter B. Okay, C equal to int of input of enter C. Okay, so if A greater than B. Okay, so now we are going to give the inner if. Okay, so if B greater than C, so that is what, right? So if A greater than B is, or if A greater than C, if A greater than C. Okay, colon. So what are we giving? G equal to C. Okay, so G equal to A, G equal to A, and here we're giving else part. So else part is given for this if. So you can see the indentation here. So this else part is for this if statement. Okay, so G equal to C. Okay, so we came down and we are writing else part. Okay, so this else part should be for this if. So you can see the red mark will be gone. Okay, so this else part is for this if, this else part is for this if. So this is a nested if. Okay, so if within if. So in coming to else part, again we will check the condition. Okay, so what condition are we checking here? So if B greater than C. So if B greater than C, okay, G equal to B, else, okay, G equal to C. Okay, so this else part is for this if. Okay, this else part is for this if. Okay, and finally we came out of this block and finally we are printing. So print greater is comma G. Okay, so if I execute this, so it will ask for A. We'll enter 10. Sorry, 10, 20, 30. So greater is 30. Okay, so in this way we can take an example for nested if. Okay, so if within if. Okay, so this is the perfect example for nested if. And we can take more examples. We input a number, check if the number is positive or not. If number double equal to number equal to float, input enter a number. If number greater than or equal to 0, again we are checking if number equal to 0, print 0, else print positive number. So this else is for this if, and this else is for this if. So this is an example. This is another example for nested if. Okay. So, and in the remaining, the next video, we'll talk about loops like while loop, for loop, nested loop. Okay. So I hope you understood today's concept, decision control statements like if, else, and nested if. Okay. So with perfect examples. So I hope you liked this video. So the students who are watching my channel for the first time, I request you to please subscribe my channel and please share my videos to your friends and well-wishers, and please support my channel in all possible ways. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.